Hello, welcome to another week's reading vlog. I am so sorry. It is Wednesday. I had every intention of updating you on Monday evening. But then things just seemed to happen. I had an appointment that I needed to go to in the afternoon on Monday, and then I had to catch up on housework that I missed at the weekend. Then yesterday was sort of the same. I had every intention of starting the vlog, and it just seemed like things just sort of rolled into one. I've had my sister here from Monday, and it's just been really nice catching up, and I haven't rushed off to quickly read or anything like that, and I've wanted to spend a bit of time with her rather than going to bed and read. I've also been super tired, so when I have eventually got into bed, I've just pretty much crashed out. I haven't watched any booktube. I haven't really physically read anything. So I do have a reading update for you. First of all, I still haven't finished The Near Witch. I have been enjoying the story so much, and as I said, I think in my previous vlog, I really feel like this is something I'm going to want to reread already. So I don't know why it's taking me so long to get to the end of the final couple of chapters. I feel a little bit like there's a slump coming. So I decided that I was going to revert back to something that makes me happy reading. As you probably know, in November, which it seems a recurring theme here, but in November I did start A Court of Wings and Ruins. I started reading it, and then something happened. I think it was a magical readathon, possibly. Maybe. Something happened and I put it down and I didn't pick it back up again. So it does make me happy when I'm listening to it. I listen to it through Scribd, and I really like the narrator. I listened to A Court of Mist and Fury through Scribd with the same narrator. I didn't with A Court of Thorns and Roses. I read that physically all the way through. But A Court of Mist and Fury, again, was the same sort of thing. It was, I started it in November and I think I finished it like January, February time. So again, last November I started this, picked it up, got like, I think it was 3 chapters in, and then put it down. Well, I picked it back up again, been listening through Scribd, because while I am so busy, it's a lot easier for me to turn to audio books rather than sit and read physically. And with me being so tired on the night, I don't then feel like I haven't done any reading for days. So although I haven't physically read for days, I have made progress with the audiobooks. So I have pretty much not stopped listening to this, and I am on chapter 27, which is page 277, and I really feel like I'm making a good bit of progress with it. So I think I'm going to keep this on the back burner, because this definitely keeps me going with the reading. It makes me feel happy listening to it. It also perks me up quite a bit. I don't know what it is about it, but it perks me up quite a bit. I really enjoy it. Although it's taken me a while, and it is a chunker of a book. I think there's about 600 pages. It is a chunker of a book, so I know it's going to take me a while to get through, and I'm probably not going to finish it within the next couple of weeks. However, I also need to get to Conspiracy of Bones, because I have my review on the 18th of March. So that will be on my Bookstagram account, which is LittleBookElf92. But yeah, I definitely feel like I'm sort of getting back into it because of A Court of Wings and Ruins sort of picking me back up again. I aim to finish the couple of chapters either tonight or tomorrow. and then I will start Conspiracy of Bones, because as I said, I need to get it read quite quickly, ready for the review. Then that will bring me down to 6 books still. So on my TBR there is still Assassin's Apprentice for the Elderling Long. I'm still sort of making my way through Elantris for the Cosmere Long. And then there's Love Boat Type A, Song for a Whale, Tithe and Clockwork Angel. Now with Elantris, I did decide that because I am enjoying it, I'm not going to rush myself. I will sort of do Cosmere Long in my own time. So I'm quite aware of the fact that I am still only on chapter 8. I'm not very far ahead in Elantris at all. There is no way that I'm going to have this finished by the 28th of March, which is when the live is. But because I am enjoying it, I don't want to rush. So I'm going to do this on my own terms. I have the other books. I will do the Cosmere Long on my own terms, and I will basically, I think it's going to be a case of like I did with the Court of Thorns and Roses series. I will basically have the audiobook on the back burner, and it will be my behind the TBR book. So whilst I will keep listening to this, I will have other books being physically read. So I will then continue, once I finish Court Wings and Runes, I will then continue Elantris, and that will be my audiobook while I continue to physically read my TBR. So there is no pressure there, and I feel a lot better now that there's no pressure. Assassin's Apprentice, I still don't feel the pressure because it's quite a small book. It doesn't feel like that's got to be rushed. It's quite a small book, which is giving me a month, and then I know that the next few books of the series are a bit longer, so that's then a bi-monthly read. So yeah, I think I'm going to get myself back. Slowly bringing myself back. But I think the reason I also picked this back up again is because of getting House of Earth and Blood. I really want to finish this because after watching Becca's recommendations, she does suggest that you read the ACOTAR series and then move on to House of Earth and Blood, and then go into the Throne of Glass series. I am really, really excited to read House of Earth and Blood. I don't know if I mentioned this. I probably did mention this last week quite a bit, but I'm really excited to read it. And I know that the Magical Readathon has been announced, and it will be taking part in April, I think. And it will be taking place in April, I think. So I am trying to find a way of fitting House of Earth and Blood in my Magical Readathon to fit one of the prompts. And quite possibly it is going to be quite easy to do, I should think. But yeah, so I am literally going to hammer this all month in the hopes that I can get, and I don't think I'm doing too badly either, because I am almost halfway through. I don't think I'm doing too badly. So if I can get almost halfway through, 2 weeks into March, another 2 weeks I could finish this. Fingers crossed. The Magical Readathon has also, as I said, it's been announced. I've had a look at the prompts, and also one of the prompts is to number your TBR and use a random number generator to basically pick the book. So I have got to sit here now and go through my entire bookshelf and go through all the books that I haven't read yet and give them a number and basically hope for the best. I am terrified because I have a lot of chunky books and it is just, oh. I'm also wondering whether to wait because I know that Claire is sending me some of the books that she's unhauled that I said I'd be interested in. So I don't know whether to wait until I've got those and then I can include those in the number generator as well. But yeah, so it is a bit of a late start to the vlog, but it's all good updates. It's all progress made throughout the week. It's exciting. I'm excited. My little girl is off to nursery this afternoon, so while she's at nursery, me and my sister are taking my little boy into town and we're going to have a look around and possibly pop into Waterstones because I am after a particular cover of The Witcher because they've now brought out new covers and I'm concerned that by the time I get round to actually reading the full series, because I'm just after The Last Wish at the moment, which is an introduction to The Witcher, so once I get round to the full series I'm worried that I'm going to then not be able to get the matching covers if I get an old cover, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I am really looking forward to it, and it's usually really difficult for me to be able to go into a Waterstones and have a proper look around. So I am looking forward to it. It's also, again, nice to spend time with some family that you don't get to see very often because people work and life gets in the way and things just sort of don't always work in your favour. But yeah, so really happy with this update for you, and I am once again really sorry that it's a Wednesday, but I'm hoping to get back on track now, so I will check in with you a bit later and let you know if I managed to pick up anything while I was out. Hi guys, so I have quite a bit of book mail for you today. I had a big stack from Claire come. They're books that have been unhauled by her, and she sort of asked whether there was any that I fancied out of the pile. However, the one is one in particular which I have mentioned that I am now collecting the Throne of Glass series, and I think I have mentioned at some point that her local library is selling books at the moment for silly pence, like I think it's 50p the most one of the books has been. So I've already opened them because they come in the thick white parcel bags and it's really difficult to open on camera. As fun and exciting as it is to unbox something, it is just a little bit easier. So the book that she bought specifically for me is Tower of Dawn, which I believe is the 4th or the 5th book. I think it's the 5th book, which goes nicely, seeing as I have Assassin's Blade, Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight currently. So yeah, that's a really good addition to my Throne of Glass collection already, considering I only decided the other week that I was going to try and up my Sarah J Maas collection. So we're there. Then she sent me another Sophie Kinsella book because I enjoyed My Not So Perfect Life so much. So she sent me Remember Me, and I don't really know what it's about. Says Lexi woke up in a hostel thinking she was 25 with crooked teeth and a disastrous love life. But it turns out it's actually 3 years later. She's super toned, her teeth are straight, and she's the boss of her department, and she's married. So that could be a really interesting one. I said how much I enjoyed My Not So Perfect Life, but I know that a few others didn't really enjoy it, or they found it difficult to get into. So we'll see how I get on with that one. I also have, which looks pretty much new, and I'm starting to question, Claire, whether you are sending me stuff that you actually haven't read before. This one is Rosie Loves Jack. They can't send you away, what will we do? We need us, I stop you're angry, Jack, and you're making me strong, you make me Rosie. So Rosie loves Jack, Jack loves Rosie, so when they're separated, Rosie will do anything to find the boy who makes the sunshine in her head. Even run away from home, even struggle across London and travel to Brighton though the trains are cancelled and the snow is falling, even though people might think a girl like Rosie could never survive on her own. I feel like maybe there's some sort of underlying issue with Rosie, just because they keep saying a girl like Rosie sort of, yeah, I feel like there's maybe an underlying issue with Rosie, but we'll find out with that one. It also says that the content is not suitable for younger readers, so it's down as the Usborne.com website has got YA after it, so I am assuming that this is going to be a little bit hard hitting because of it being young adult, however not too in depth for it to be adult. Then we have Every Colour of You, One Person Can Change Everything. This again is another one that she just sort of took a photo of the books that she was going to get rid of, and she said, do any of these take your fancy? I went specifically for this because the two main characters meet in a hospital, and I have been in that situation before where I have actually made a lifelong friend when I had a short stay in hospital. I was having lots of tests done. I was feeling very low because I was in a hospital which was not quite far away from home, but it was a bit of a distance for people to come and visit me. They couldn't just drop everything and come and see me. So I pretty much relied heavily on conversations with staff members and people who were in the hospital. And yeah, I definitely had made a friend for life there. But this also sort of, I think this is going to turn into a bit of a romance because I don't know, I feel like, I don't want to say because it's Zoe and Tristan, so it's a girl meets boy sort of thing. But they are, it says that they couldn't be more different. Tristan is struggling with sadness no one seems to understand, at least for him. Giving up isn't in Zoe's nature, and as the two spend more time together, it seems that Tristan might be coming around to seeing the world the way she does. So maybe there's some sort of suicidal tendencies with Tristan, which I wonder whether they have put any trigger warnings. I can't see anything at the moment. Yeah, no, I don't want to keep looking too much because I'm going to spoil it for myself. No, there aren't actually any trigger warnings. However, that doesn't mean that there aren't any triggers, because the amount of books I've come across lately that don't have the warnings at the beginning, or even just like a little note. Yeah, I definitely feel like with the line Zoe lives every day to the full, Tristan can only see reasons to stop living. I definitely feel like there's going to be some sort of suicidal tendencies there. And then the next three is it's actually a series. I don't really have any idea what these series are. I'm not gonna lie, I saw the picture that Claire took of them and was like, oh, these look really nice in this photo. maybe I should try reading them. So this is the Black Magician trilogy. By the looks of it, they do have quite a few more. On the back, there is quite a few more. But I think it might be another sort of Sanderson thing where it's like there's a duology, a trilogy, and they all sort of link together somehow. So we've got the Magician's Guild, which is book 1. We have the Novice, which is book 2. And then the High Lord, which is book 3. Each year, the magicians of Imardin gather to purge the city streets of vagrants, urchins, and miscreants. Masters of the disciplines of magic, they know that no one can oppose them, but their protective shield is not as impenetrable as they believe. So I've never actually heard of Trudy Canavan. But as I said, on the back of these books, there are 8 books listed on the back, so this is just 3 of those books. I wonder whether any of the others are linked in. I think before I start reading this, which, I mean, I know it's going to take me a while to get to, but I think I might try and see whether there are any before that I need to read before starting. I know it says on the back, The Magician's Guild is the first volume of the Black Magician's trilogy. So, hopefully that is just going to be that I don't need to read the others and I can just stick with that trilogy. But yeah, that is my bit of book mail today. Yesterday I said that I was going into town. Well, that didn't happen for several reasons, and I basically ended up getting a little bit irritated with just myself. I think I got myself into a bit of a hole on the evening and started feeling really irritated with myself. I don't know whether it's just the type of person I am, but when I have stuff planned and it doesn't go to plan, especially if I have other people involved and things don't go to plan, I automatically start to sort of kick myself when it doesn't go to plan, especially if the entire plan doesn't go ahead, full stop. And obviously my sister wanted to go to town yesterday, and for the simple fact of it didn't go ahead, I then felt a bit crappy on the evening. But nevertheless, I have made some progress with A Court of Wings and Ruin. I am on chapter 29, which I haven't moved for because I'm listening to it on script, so every time I come upstairs to bed I then move my bookmark further along in the book. So I'm on chapter 29 and that takes me to page 299, which is getting so much closer to the middle. So much closer to the middle now. But yes, I still haven't finished The Near Witch. Again, I don't know why I haven't finished it. I'm gonna have to really try to finish it soon because it's taking the mickey now. This is just ridiculous. I've had it going for so long and I need to get a move on. I need to start my book to review. So yeah, so this needs to end soon. But yes, so that's my nice little update for you, and I will check in with you a bit later. Hi guys, it's Friday and it is about 8 o'clock. Yeah, 5 to 8 at night. Hence why it's quite dark in here. I realised yesterday that when I was showing you the books that Claire had unhauled and sent to me, I didn't mention that she had also recognised that I had been going a bit tab crazy with Sophie Kinsella's My Not So Perfect Life. So she sent me 4 packs of the sticky tabs, which have all the different colours, and it's so beautiful. And it couldn't have come at a more perfect time because I do plan on starting Conspiracy of Bones. I have now less than 5 days to read it. I'm hoping to get a start on this tonight, with it being 8 o'clock, and I should be able to get about an hour's worth of reading done. I am really tired. I don't know why, because I don't feel like I've done anything. Although for some reason my Fitbit says I've done over 10,000 steps, and I don't feel like I have done anything today. But who knows. However, my main reason for wanting to check in is because today I got a Amazon parcel, and it is just, it's left me in absolute awe of a particular person, and that person is Gavin Hetherington. And he, if you haven't heard of him, go check him out. I will link everything down below. His YouTube channel is How to Train Your Gavin, and he's funny, he's creative, he's just constantly giving when it comes to his content. He's excellent with answering messages and has helped me gain the confidence to set up a YouTube channel. He was really good with giving advice on software and different cameras, and I know that a lot of other YouTubers reached out to me as well when it came to cameras in general. So yeah, he was just one of the really supportive people. And there was a readathon which took part in November, and it lasted an entire month, and it was called Believathon. And I definitely feel like it made me all warm inside, and it definitely brought things to light for Christmas. It made me want to read Harry Potter, and Harry Potter did fit into one of the prompts. However, with Christmas coming up, I did end up getting very much bogged down with shopping, and I didn't really get to finish all the prompts that I wanted to. However, I thought we were going to have to wait until November to be able to do the next Believathon. But Gav announced the other day that we are having a Believathon 2, and it is going to take place in May, and I think it's 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks long. I am definitely going to link all of the information down below so that you can check it out, see if it's something you would like to participate in. And of course, the announcement video itself will have all of the links that you need. The compendium that you can download, there's a 23-page compendium which just gives you the prompts and the basics of the readathon, but then there's also, I think it's a 53 or a 56-page compendium which is the full thing, and you get recommendations, you get the prompts, you get I think there's also a list of other people's comments about how the Believathon has affected them, how it's made their passion for middle grade grow, and it's just amazing. Those are for free. However, there is a paperback available on Amazon, and originally I wasn't sure whether it was going to be in my budget, and I have just constantly said, when it comes to readathons, because it happens and then it's over, I just tend to screenshot stuff on my phone, or I will see if I can print them out if possible. However, Claire decided that we both deserved to have a bit of a treat, and that it was going to be a nice little buddy thing for us to do when it comes to May. As you know, we do have our buddy reads, and I feel a little bit like the Believathon is going to be a chance for us to have several buddy reads when it comes to middle grade. So when the Amazon parcel arrived today, I opened it up because I was still a little bit confused, and I think I must have read Claire's message when I was half asleep, because I had no idea what this Amazon parcel was here for. And I realised that I've been a little bit crappy at opening parcels on this vlog. The truth is, I get too excited. However, we have the Believathon 2 compendium, and this is just a stunning cover. It is stunning inside and out, and I am in complete awe of Gav. Hi, it is a Monday morning and I am a complete and utter dumbass because I recorded yesterday and the camera cut off halfway because the battery went, and then I also needed to get ready for work, so I thought I'll just replace that footage and explain like I am now. However, I got my recordings mixed up, and not only did I delete what I recorded yesterday, but I also deleted what I recorded the day before. So yeah, it's not great. I I remember telling you about starting or wanting to start Conspiracy Abounds. So my update for you on that is that I have actually made a bit of progress with Conspiracy Abounds. I am on page 59. Obviously I'm not going to go into my thoughts whilst during the vlog, because as you know it is part of my Bookstagram tour, which takes place on the 18th, which as of this morning is 2 days from now. So although I'm on page 59 now, I plan on doing a bit of reading today, loads of reading tonight, as much as I can tomorrow to try and get it done ready for Wednesday. But yeah, I also last night while I was at work I started Clockwork Angel, and I know I'm quite far ahead actually. I finished chapter 5, which puts me at, it's going to be terrible, this is, puts me at page 137, which is a lot further than I expected to have got, but the bookmark in that has just reminded me that I think one of my updates was opening a Waterstones package, and it basically, I had some points on my Waterstones account, and I ended up buying The Last Wish, which is supposed to be like an introduction to The Witcher. I know that, I think it's called The Blood Elves, is the official first of the series, but The Last Wish is said to be an introduction to it. So I thought I would read that one first and then make my way to Sword of Destiny, which is like another prequel, and then work through the series. I also managed to get Last Wish on Audible for one of my credits, just because I needed to get using them up because it's starting to be crazy. I cannot remember whether I have told you about my Near Witch update. I apologise if I have, but I have actually finished the Near Witch story. I have yet to start the short story at the back, which is the Ashbourne Boy. That is the story of how Cole came to be, and I know that Claire has read it and she said that it in some places is quite triggering, so it's always good to know that there are certain things that are popping up. However, again, not mentioned in the book at all, like not mentioned at the start of the book, nothing like that, which is a shame. However, I feel like I'm making good progress. I am definitely trying to get myself out of this slump. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get out of this slump, if I'm honest. I was trying to explain as well the fact that it isn't anything against the books that I'm reading. There is nothing wrong with the books that I'm reading. That isn't what's causing the slump. It's not that I'm not enjoying them or anything like that. It's just I've had a really rough couple of weeks, and it's just been a bit of a bleh. But yeah, so I went all in yesterday. I finished up the vlog yesterday as I wanted to, and like I said, I'm a dumbass. But I really hope that you've enjoyed this week's reading vlog, because although I started on Wednesday, I feel like I have a lot more footage somehow, and I have still read quite a bit. And although I don't think, although no, I sort of have finished 2 books, because I finished Heartstopper Volume 1 and 2. I don't know whether you guys want to count that. I do. But yeah, so I will hopefully get out of this funk that I'm in, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you've had a great week and an even better weekend. I will catch up with you soon.